adoption of this particular systems, we have forgotten our actual constitution. Now we are weakened our vision consciousness, our material absorption, our material attention comes on the teaching. And that's why I absorb that is
Hare Krishna. Can somebody put the mic close, Prabhuji? It's not audible.
Yeah, the system itself is weak. The system is very good. Harishakar Prabhu, thank you. I'll try to be a little louder.
It's good, bro. Thank you.
So, the more we become absorbed in Krishna, like I was describing, the process, that part to become Krishna conscious is very difficult. But then we can speed it up by the external factor we want to remember Krishna. Some of us, at least I can speak for myself, some of us, we may not have adhikar to remember Krishna conscious. But by placing ourselves in that environment, we can bring Krishna. That's why Krishna is the beginning of Krishna consciousness. By living for Krishna, for me,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can the audio be fixed? It's absolutely not audible, Prabhuji, sorry.
absolutely not. Sorry.
Prabhuji, can you connect to the cell phone and just turn on the audio on that? That's all. That is easy. Instead of the iPad, we can use it for a video, and audio we can do that through cell phone.
Okay. Okay. So I'm joining here. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, start again. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, Prabhu, I'll speak with this. Okay. Sorry about the confusion, not the confusion. Anyways, the break. So Krishna came on this planet. I was describing how by hearing about Krishna is our chance to remember Krishna. It is very difficult to remember Krishna in his holy name also. But by hearing, we can see Krishna. But it's just our, again, as I was describing, our hearing should not be on intellectual platform. Our hearing should be from the heart. Hearing from intellectual platform is, oh, Krishna lifted Govardhan. Yes, now he will talk to Indra. He will talk to Nanda Baba. He will speak this. Nanda Baba will speak this. Now he will go. And then we are looking for new points, something new to add to the pastime. This is hearing Krishna from intellectual level. Hearing Krishna from heart level is we try to be there when Krishna is in front of us in our meditation. Nanda Baba is in front of us and Krishna is talking and Nanda Baba is replying. And how it is raining and there's a thunderstorm and all the cows are crying and all the calves are taking shelter. If there is a chaos everywhere, the highs and lows are covered. Now, if we hear Krishna from the heart level, then we try to transport ourselves in, we try to imagine everything that is happening in the past time. And we are just trying to absorb ourselves in what is being described. And then by hearing about Krishna from a heart level, we will derive nourishment. By hearing about Krishna from an intellectual level, we may feel intellectually good. I learned something. Or we may feel like, yeah, it was nice. I heard it already. So I also don't have anything new to offer. I just wanted to glorify Krishna. One reason we want to glorify Krishna is because when we speak about Krishna, when we glorify Krishna, Krishna is very eager to hear. We see this when there is a manifestation of Lord Jagannath and Rohini Devi was requested, can you speak about Krishna in Vrindavan? And Krishna, when Rohini Devi was describing glories of Krishna in Vrindavan, Krishna was so eager that he ran to hear his glories. Krishna is actually very, very eager. He showed by his own pastime. And that's why it is said that the purpose of all our activities is to glorify Krishna. Likewise, the purpose of our discussion is also, so let Krishna be pleased. Whether we glorify Krishna or whether we hear about Krishna, when we take interest in doing that, this is what Krishna says, Shanvatam. What is that verse? Hridayantasto hiyapadadhani vidhanoti suhritsatam.
Shrunuvatam Svakatha Krishnam Punya Shravana Kirtan.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Shanvatam Swakatha Krishna. So, Katha Krishna, Krishna Katha. When we hear about Krishna Katha, Shanvatam Sa Katha Krishna. When Krishna sees that this devotee is very eager to hear about me, then what does he do? He is sitting in our heart, he becomes very pleased and he cleanses our heart. There are many, many benedictions about the importance of hearing about Krishna. Hearing about Krishna is not meant to be done only on Janmashtami. Hearing about Krishna needs to be Nitya. Now, we may not have even the eagerness or the desire to hear about Krishna, but then we have a free will because we know this is good for me. When we hear about Krishna, because it is good for me, it becomes Vidhi Marga. Based on injunctions of the scriptures, we hear about Krishna. And when we hear about Krishna, because we love to hear about Krishna, it becomes spontaneous. But nonetheless, why Srila Prabhupada emphasized all my devotees read Krishna book every day. In the night every day, read Krishna book. After releasing first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhupada felt a deep desire and need to write Krishna Katha. Because this is the way we remember Krishna. If we hear Krishna's pastimes, like I remember
Anyways, if we hear Krishna's pastimes at intellectual level, then there is no joy in hearing whom Krishna killed. Oh, Krishna killed Devavarta, Krishna killed Sakatasura. Okay, very nice, very nice, very nice. But the same Krishna killing demons become very joyful to hear. It's not about Krishna. See, Krishna is looking for our eagerness. Eagerness, when Krishna sees we are eager, then Krishna will cleanse our heart. Many times the problem is we ourselves lack eagerness to hear about Krishna. And the way we can become eager to hear about Krishna is by serving the devotees. Vasudeve Katha Ruchi, Shushruto Tathanasya, Vasudeve Katha Ruchi. Vasudev Katha Ruchi, the taste to hear about Vasudev. Vasudeve Katha Ruchi, Shyam is brought about by Mahant, Mahat Sevaya. When we serve the devotees, we develop the eagerness to hear about Krishna. When we become eager to hear about Krishna, Krishna will cleanse our heart. Once our heart is cleansed, eagerness to hear about Krishna will naturally awaken. Narad Muni says two things. First thing he did is very, very important story. First thing he did is he served the devotees. He attracted their mercy. Mercy is not received by asking. Mercy is received by pleasing. Pleasing does not happen by rendering service. Pleasing happens by fulfilling the desires of devotees. And when devotees are pleased, then devotees feel joy in their heart by seeing us, by remembering us. And our most fortunate position is if devotee can become pleased with us, Krishna's mercy will flow through the heart of the devotee to our heart. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Bhakti is not transferred from Krishna to our heart. Bhakti is transferred from the heart of a devotee to our heart. Only Bhakta can give Bhakti. And that's why Srimad Bhagavatam, the sages asked 6 questions. The second question, the sages of Temesharanya asked Sutta Goswami is, what is the essence of all the scriptures? 6 questions they asked. First question is, what is ultimate good for all living entities? What is the essence of all the scriptures? Tell us about the Purusha avatars, tell us about the Leela avatars. Why did Krishna appear from the womb of Vasudeva and Devaki? And where have the religious principles gone after Krishna's departure? 4 questions are answered in the 2nd chapter. 2 questions are answered in the 3rd chapter. First 3 chapters is question and answer. And the 4th chapter of the 1st canto begins with the description of Narada Muni to show by his example what is spoken in the first 3 chapters. What is ultimate good for all people? Ahituki apratihata bhakti. And what is the essence of all the scriptures? The essence of all the scriptures is how to practice bhakti. This is the essence. The scriptures are telling us, Prabhupada says, scriptures are telling us how to become lover of God. This is what scriptures are meant for, to tell us how to become lover of God. And then Bhagavatam contains the stories of those who are lover of God and how they love God. The essence of scriptures is how to become lover of God. And to answer that question, what is the essence of all the scriptures? Which is what is the process of bhakti? Sutta Goswami describes, hey bhai, listen. Here is the essence. The process of bhakti is you do Mahat Seva. And then this way you develop ruchi for Vasudev Katha. Once Krishna sees you have developed ruchi for Vasudev Katha, he will cleanse your heart. Once your heart is cleansed, you will be free from tamo tata bhava. What is that? Rajas tata tamo bhava. Thank you. Yeah, grateful Prabhu. Thank you. And then the tamo and rajas will go away. Kama, lobha will go away. Sattva, prasidhati, we will be established in sattva. And then bhakti bhavati naishtiki. Once we become established in sattva god, then bhakti will be established as bhakti will become steady. Naishtiki, nishtha. After bhakti become naishtiki, then comes, what is the next verse, Prabhu? You become pleased. That is evam prasanna. That is a stage of ruchi. Evam prasanna. And what is the next? What is the whole verse? Then once you advance in your ruchi, then what happens? Bhagavad Vijnana. You will realize Bhagavan. Not Bhagavad Jnana. Bhagavad Vijnana. Bhagavan cannot be realized unless we advance in our Katha Ruchi, Naam Ruchi, Leela Ruchi, Guna Ruchi, Ruchi. And then Bhagavad Vijnana, then Mukta Sangha Jayate. Yeah, then you go back to God. This is the essence of all the scriptures. And that's why these, now another thing Narad Muni describes, the more I heard, the more I became attracted to hear the glories of the Lord. So one is we try to serve devotees, another is we try to hear about Krishna. More I heard, the more I became attracted. Means in the beginning, we may hear, but we may not be attracted. But then the more we hear, the more we become attracted. It is very careful to follow the process of Krishna consciousness as it is. Please do not avoid reading. And please do not avoid hearing. It does not give pleasure to Krishna. See, when Krishna cleanses our heart when he sees we are very eager to hear about it. What will Krishna do when we are very eager not to hear about it? Sunday fees 1 p.m. Everybody go out of the temple hall. Why? The moment Krishna Katha starts, you may start thinking, okay, what should I do now? And then once Krishna Katha is over, now I want to take rest. Now I want to do my things. But we want to do all the services during Krishna Katha only. This is called kapat, cheating oneself. Cheating oneself. How mind tricks us. So please do not avoid hearing about Krishna. Hearing when the third question sages asked, why did Krishna appear from the womb of Vasudeva and Devaki? Sutta Goswami says the last verse of second chapter answers this third question. Sutta Goswami says, Krishna appeared from the womb of Vasudeva and Devaki for, he does not say to kill the demons, protect the devotees. He doesn't say that. This is the internal discussion going on between Sutta Goswami and the sages of Naimisharanya. He says Krishna appeared from the womb of Vasudeva and Devaki to reclaim the conditioned souls. And how Krishna reclaims the conditioned souls is by performing his pastimes and by giving his instructions. So when Krishna was in Vrindavan, Krishna spent first 3.5 years in Gokul Mahavan. Then Krishna spent second 3.5 years in Vrindavan. And then Krishna spent last 3.5 years in Nandagaon, which is the eternal home of Krishna. And then Krishna left Vrindavan when he was around 11 years old. Krishna grew in his age 1.5 times faster. When Krishna left Gokul, he was like 5, although earthly calculation he was 3.5. When Krishna left Vrindavan to Nandagaon, he was like 10. And when Krishna left Nandagaon, or when Krishna left Braja, he was just below 16, which is the eternal age of Krishna. Krishna, when he was in Gokul Mahavan, the prominent pastimes are Vatsalyaras. When Krishna was in Vrindavan, the prominent pastimes are Sakhyaras. When Krishna was in Nandagaon, the prominent pastimes are Madhuryaras. When Krishna was in Gokul, he killed 3 demons. He killed Putana, he killed Sakatasura, then he killed Trinavarta. And then he delivered the Yamuna Arjuna trees. And then Krishna moved to Vrindavan. Krishna killed total 21 demons. Today I want to discuss the 8th demon Krishna killed. When Krishna came to Vrindavan, Krishna was given the charge of taking care of the calves. Krishna loved Vrindavan. Wherever Krishna went, Yamuna was there. Nanda Baba, Sunanda, they were discussing in Gokul Mahavan. This forest seems to be very inauspicious. So many demons are attacking. And Sunanda said, I have heard Vrindavan is a very holy place. And Vrindavan has Govardhan, which is worshipped by all the worshipable demigods. And it is lush with grass and there are lakes. And our cows and calves will be very happy by being there. So then they all decided to move to Vrindavan. Then they all got on the bullock carts in Gokul Mahavan. And then they came to Vrindavan. When they came to Vrindavan, and they all crossed river Yamuna. And then Vishwakarma helped overnight to make very beautiful palaces for all the cowherd boys. When they got up, they were beautiful palaces. And each palace has a nameplate to which Gopal belongs to. Krishna and Balaram and all the cowherd boys, they were very eager to explore Vrindavan. Another pastime that happened in Gokul was Krishna revealing the universal form to Mother Yashoda. And when they moved to, Krishna was now like 5 years old. So Krishna was given the charge to take care of the calves. And they are very excited. They want to explore. So Krishna and Balaram with all the calves, they would not go very far away, but they would go to all the nearby forest. So one time when they were playing in one of the forest, Kamsa sent a calf to kill Krishna. He came as Vatsasur. Krishna told Dauji, "Thou, you see that calf? Doesn't seem like our calf. Thou, he's a demon." Thou said, "Oh Krishna, what will he do now?" Krishna said, "Let's see, let's go there." Then he goes there, and then the calf, he becomes scared. When devotees see Krishna, they love Krishna. When demons see Krishna, they become afraid. When Putra saw Krishna, she was scared of Krishna. Daya, he seems to be very powerful. Maybe he will be my Khan. I have to be very careful with this child. So Vatsa also became scared and he made a mistake. So first Krishna wanted to reveal to all his cowherd boys, "Hey guys, see, I'm going to kill her. But first I want to reveal to all of you that he is not one of us." So the calf with his hint leg kicked Krishna on the shoulder. Then Krishna smiled. Then Krishna took the same leg, whirled him around and killed Vatsasur. Then the other day, they went, Krishna and Balaram and all the cowherd boys, they went on the bank of Yamuna. All the calves was drank the water, then Krishna drank the water. And they were feeling very satisfied. On the other side of the Yamuna, there was a mountainous duck. And they were like, "Oh Krishna, what is that?" So that duck was a white duck. And that duck was Bakasur. And that duck jumped across the Yamuna and immediately swallowed Krishna. And when the duck swallowed Krishna, then all the cowherd boys and calves, they just could not believe what happened. And Krishna is not there, Krishna is the mouth of the duck. So they became shocked. They became like unconsciously standing. Because for them, their only shelter is Krishna. Anything happens, they call out to Krishna. But when Krishna goes away, then they feel like Shunyaitam Jagat Sarva. They were so much shocked, and Krishna, understanding the anxiety of his friends and the calves, immediately increased his bodily temperature. It became like charcoal red, and immediately burned the throat of Baka, and Bakasur immediately spat Krishna out. And when the cowherd boys and the calves, when they saw Krishna out, they were still trying to understand what is happening. It took some time for them to register. Baka was very agile. Baka had a very sharp beak. Baka immediately tried to pierce Krishna's body through his beak. And Krishna likes to play. Krishna is a playful cowherd boy. Balaram doesn't like to play. Balaram likes to finish one shot. So, Baka. And Krishna jumping here and there. And then Balaramji always says Krishna, and Balaramji says like, "Krishna, why?" And Krishna, all right. Then Krishna, next time, Krishna did not move here and there. And he is trying to bring the beak to pierce Krishna's body, and Krishna got hold of the beak of Baka and started opening the beak. And Baka want the beak to be very sharp to pierce Krishna, because very pencil pointed. And Krishna started opening the beak of Baka. And then he started moving forward, because he had a very big beak and forward. And just like Srimad Bhagavatam says, a grass is broken in between two. Krishna poked the beak of Baka and killed him. Krishna and Balaram, all the cowherd boys and calves, they were like, Krishna, 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 Krishna. They were so joyful. And naturally, children have a habit to talk. Those who have children, they know. When they go to school, they come back and they say, Mama, you know what happened today? So likewise, all the cowherd boys and calves, and every walk is a dance. The calves doesn't walk, they gallop because they are so happy that they are being with Krishna. They are being with Tauji. And they always have a smiling face. And all these cowherd boys, they carry 4 things. They carry a stick, they carry a bugle horn, they carry a flute, and they carry a lunchbox. All of them carry these 4 things. And there is a lot of games going on between stealing the lunchbox. Gopa becomes offended. He runs there where the gift box is. His other cowherd boy says, Hey, Dama! Then he goes there and he jumps it further. And then he goes further, and they keep jumping his lunchbox. And finally, he became depressed and he just sat down morose. Then they return. He said, Dama, it's okay. Don't worry, Dama. So in this way, they're always in the playful mood. And then they were going back, and the mothers, the cows, they're very eager not to receive their own children. They're very eager to receive Krishna. And then all the cowherd boys said, they're like, you know what happened today? Krishna killed us a duck. Today Krishna killed a calf, demon. And all the cowherd boys and cowherd girls, they become very much astonished. They would become very much like they would feel our children are just coming from the mouth of death. Imagine your child goes out and your child is like just saved from the mouth of death. Say there is a bull and that bull is there to kill everyone and attacked, or say your child goes to school and your school is attacked by a mad lion and he is eating everybody, and the child comes back, what will be our anxiety? That our child just came back from the mouth of death. And they would feel, and they would first check if our children are safe. Nobody is missing. Full count. Only the demon is missing. Only the demon gets killed. So and they take great joy in hearing the glories of Krishna. There is a chapter in Bhagavatam which says wonderful Krishna. This happened just after Krishna left at Govardhan. All the cowherd boys, they come together to, there is a bhavan where Nanda Baba, he meets all the cowherd boys and all the cowherd girls, the elderly gopas and gopis, and they discuss. So they were like, what is going on? How can Krishna perform such meritorious activities? Who is Krishna? First Krishna killed Putana, and then Krishna killed Sakata, then Krishna killed Trina, then Krishna showed the universal form, then Krishna broke the Yamalarjuna trees, then Krishna killed Vatsa, then Krishna killed Baka, then Krishna killed Agha, then Krishna killed Dhenuka, then Krishna killed Kaliya. What is happening here? Who is this our child Krishna? Is he one of the cowherds? And Krishna listens, Krishna smiles. But Krishna never shows, because Krishna does Herculean tasks like lifting Govardhan, and what all he doesn't do. And then Krishna plays with them at an equal level, loves them, receives love from them, and everybody think. And he just super absorbed in playing in Vrindavan. Mother Yashoda, lunchtime, tells Rohini Devi, Rohini, go and call Krishna Balaram. It's being late, lunch is waiting. And then Rohini Devi says, Krishna Balaram, hey guys. I mean, it doesn't say like that. Mother Yashoda is calling. You all should come right now. Nand Baba is waiting. And Krishna and Balaram, they are so absorbed in playing, they don't care. They keep on playing. Then Roni Devi keeps calling, shouts so many times because Krishna and Balaram take care of the calves. They don't go very far away. They go far away when they started taking care of cows. That's why Nand Baba was very hesitant. Yashoda Maya was very hesitant to give them the care of cows because then he will go very, very far and then they will not be able to see Krishna for the whole day. But during this time, they can just go out and see Krishna or call Krishna nearby. So Krishna would come in Vrindavan, he would come, but there he would come only in the evening. So every day in the lunchtime, Mother Yashoda says, call them back. Rohini Devi goes, call them. They did not listen. They don't come back. Then Rohini Devi comes back and tells Yashoda, तुम्हारे बच्चे तुम ही संभालो, हमसे तो नहीं संभलते हो, मेरी तो नहीं सुनते हो. तो यशोदा देवी says, अब देखो बेटा, उनकी तो खैर नहीं आज. And then Yashoda Maiya goes, and then she just goes to Balaram and take the ear and ting, and it's chal gar chalo. So Balaram ji said, chalo, 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 I'm coming. When did he say I'm not coming? Well, kaan to chalo, I'm coming. I'm ready to come. Then Krishna also gets the same treatment. And now when Mother Yashoda comes to Krishna and hold his ears, then he says, chalo, 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 I'm hungry. And Mother Yashoda says, first, because they are playing in the dust for so long, they're fully covered with dust. First, Mother Yashoda touches the transcendental body of Krishna and bathes him. And then after they are ready, then she put him in nice fresh clothes. Then she feeds them. And then they go away, out again to play in the dust. Then again evening. So in this way, our Satyavrata Muni, he says, he prays to Krishna. Iti driksali labhi ananda kunde swaghosham nimajantam akyapayatam. He says, I do not want mukti, I do not want siddhi, kami. I always want, just like this Krishna and Balaram, just like they're drowning the inhabitants of Vrindavan in his blissful loving pastime. I just want to behold that pastimes in my heart, and I have no other desire. Why do we sing that song? Because we want to transform our desires. Our perfection of life will be if we can become absorbed in Krishna. And this is what we are going to do once we go there. There everybody is Krishna conscious. Everybody is discussing about Krishna. The trees are discussing about Krishna. The snakes are discussing about Krishna. The birds are discussing about Krishna. Sukha and Sari, the parrots are discussing about Krishna. The next day morning, Krishna wakes up. And Krishna, Krishna has many new plans. So Krishna thinks, today we will have our breakfast in the forest. So Krishna places bugle horn. Ooh! And all the calves and cowherd boys, they anyways don't like to sleep in the night because there is separation from Krishna. So they get up. They can clearly distinguish Krishna's bugle horn. They understand Krishna's message that today Krishna wants all of us to go early. So this time he packs his breakfast, and then all of them, they quickly run out. All the calves, very eager, they start galloping, leaving their mother cows from the barn. They come on. The cows are very sad actually, because the cows are waiting when Krishna will call us and we will. The cows are taken care by elderly Gopal, which is also excellent. But still, Krishna is the center of attraction in Vrindavan. So all the cowherd boys, they come out, all the calves, they come out, Krishna and Dao, they go out. And on this particular day, there is the elder brother of Baka and Putana, and he was Agha. He take the form of a 8-mile long python, and then he spreads himself on the road. And as they're going little far, the cowherd boys are ahead and Krishna and Balaram are behind, and they start thinking, so is this an adventure of Vrindavan playground, or is this really a python? Because they're exploring Vrindavan, because they recently moved to Vrindavan. So they go to new different places. But this is what they think. Like if you go to New Vrindavan, there's elephant. And if you go some of the places, there are some animals who are in a statue form. So when they see Agha, they are not able to understand, okay, what is this? And then Srimad Bhagavatam says, and they want to play, and Agha spread his tongue far away. And when they are trying to go inside, his eyes are reddish. They can see it. They can see the teeth. They can see up another part of Agha's mouth touching the sky. And they want to enter and they want to explore what is inside. Naturally, children, if you take them to a ghost house, they're very eager to see, to explore. So likewise, this cowherd boy, they want to go inside and they want to see what's inside. They just want to play. They are looking for newer and newer ventures to play. And then they are discussing among themselves. So is this a Vrindavan playground? The something given by the Vrindavan for us to play, or is it actual? And the cowherd boy, even if he is actual, he will be immediately killed just like Baka. So why do we have to worry? Let us go and play. So this is what happens, because their faith in Krishna is to that extent that fear goes away. And then they enter, and then Krishna also starts thinking and glorifying his own internal energy. And Krishna thinks, what do I do? What should I do now? Bhagavatam says Krishna thinks using his intelligence. And Krishna thinks, how can I simultaneously kill the demon and save the cowherd boys? And then Krishna decided, I should enter also. And then Agha is waiting for Krishna to enter. Krishna goes, Krishna enters. As soon as Krishna enters, Agha closes his mouth. And all the demigods, they become very much scared. And they say, alas, alas. Because Krishna himself entered the mouth of Agha. Then Krishna expands himself, which chokes the life air of Agha. Agha's life air come out by the force of the air itself. It was so strong because Agha cannot breathe anymore, because of being choked endured through the neck by Krishna's expanded body. Till now, Krishna never showed his expanded his body or anything like that, because it's not conducive to the mood of Vrindavan. But here, all the cowherd boys, because of choking and breathing, they were unconscious. Nobody was watching. So Krishna expanded himself to choke Agha. That life air went through, made a hole, and then Krishna, through the hole, pushed all the cowherd boys, and then he also came outside. And then the demigod saw that the soul of Agha went into Krishna and joined into his eternal pastimes, because he rendered some little service to cowherd boys and gave them some joy. When Brahma saw this, Brahma became very much astonished. Brahma says, who is this boy? Why the damsels of heavenly planets, when they saw, first of all, how Krishna killed Agha, he went inside, and then how he got killed. It's such a big demon, and what is this boy? Who is this boy? And then he saw that everybody glorifies Brahma, but they are equally glorifying this boy, showering flowers, the damsels are dancing, battle drums are playing, and Brahma says, who is this boy and why is he being glorified by all of my people? Then the next chapter comes where Brahma steals the cows and the calves. Still Krishna is only taking care of the calves. And then for that 1 year, all the calves become Krishna and all the cowherd boys become Krishna. And the proof that Krishna is not yet a full-blown Gopa, because the cows feel excessive love for the calves. Because the cows are cows, but the calves are Krishna. So Krishna is still a calf herd boy. It is after Agha that Krishna was showing great eagerness, take care of the cows. Mother Yashoda and Nand Baba were hesitant. But Krishna said, Maya, please, I want to take care of cows. So she said, Nanda Baba, our Lala wants to take care of cows. Nand Baba says, no, he's not ready yet. Still 5.5. So Mother Yashoda says, बहुत समय से बोल रहे हैं. He has great eagerness. I think we should give him a chance. So Nand Baba says, okay, first we will send cows. We will send him and Balaram and all the cowherd boys with the elderly Gopas along with the cows. So first he needs to be trained. But there is not much fun when all the elderly Gopas are there, that they are not in the natural state. Krishna, Dauji and all the cowherd boys. But then very soon there is this beautiful festival. It is called Gopashtami, where Krishna is coronated as the take care of the cows. Huge celebration in Vrindavan. And then the last pastime we discussed today, maybe half pastime we discussed today. And then Krishna gets up in the morning. It is the birthday of Dau. So he stayed back with Mother Yashoda and Rohini to be bathed and perform various chanting by the Brahmanas. Krishna goes with some cowherds, some of his friends, some cows and some calves, and he goes to that part of Yamuna which is very poisonous. And Krishna climbs the Kadamba tree and then jumps into the lake. And Kalia was furious. And when Krishna jumps into the lake, Krishna was fearless. It is said when Srimad Bhagavatam describes when Krishna jumped into the lake, it was so forceful that the water spread on the shore up to 100 bow length. So very, very far. Wherever the water touched, all the nearby vegetation and trees were killed. Nothing remains there. I mean, everything is like dead. So when Krishna jumps, he jumps with such a force that like tsunami, like huge water flows all over. Because he just wanted to give an indication to Kaliya and he wanted to humble Kaliya. And then what he does is he starts circling Yamuna, like swimming in circles. And when he's swimming in circle, he's hitting the water with his lotus-like sweet small hands so hard that the water is splashing all over. And this is just to show Kaliya. Aggressively he's swimming. And when Kaliya became very angry, how can somebody come in my territory? Kaliya looked up. And Kaliya, when he looked, he saw the beautiful face of Krishna smiling. Kaliya saw Krishna has no fear. He is swimming in my territory fearlessly with a smiling face. Kaliya saw the beautiful body in the water. Krishna's body, Bhagavatam describes looking like a cloud, shiny. And he is splashing and he is sporting and going in circle. Kaliya, naturally envious, immediately goes up and with one of his hood, he sting is the right word? He sting the chest of Krishna. And as soon as he sting the chest of Krishna, Krishna feel like, and then Kalia immediately through his coils bind Krishna, just the face is visible. And Krishna is acting like poison and unconscious. The cowherds, when they saw Krishna in that condition, who were there on the shore, they became greatly distressed. They developed great fear. They started lamenting, oh no. The calves, they started crying out in great distress. Bah, bah, bah. And they were crying out Krishna in their own words with great distress. They also were filled with fear. They were looking at Krishna, and because they were stunned by seeing what had happened to Krishna, in their shock, not even a single drop of tear fell from the calves. There were inauspicious signs all over, in the earth, in the sky, and in the personal bodies. Meteors were falling from the sky. There were tremors like earthquakes, earth was shaking. And the left limbs and the left body was shivering, quivering. They were inauspicious signs. Nanda Baba was in Vrindavan. When he saw the inauspicious signs, he felt in his heart, Krishna is dead. Bhagavatam says, Nanda Baba felt the death of Krishna. There was great anxiety. All the cowherd boys, because they had natural love for Krishna, they all came out when they saw all these inauspicious omens, and they start searching for Krishna. Then they saw the feet of Krishna marked with the elephant goad and the various other symbols. 5 symbols are described in Bhagavatam. Our Goswamis give description of all the other symbols that Krishna's feet also has. And then there was, these symbols were accompanied by the footprint of calves. And all the cowherd boys, Mother Yashoda crying like a cow who has lost a calf, running in great anxiety. Nanda Baba, filled with fear, running. Everybody was feeling the death of Krishna, but nobody was speaking because it was an inauspicious words. But the heart was going through the same anxieties. And they ran, they followed the footprints, and they came to the bank. And then they saw Krishna was in the coil of Kaliya. And Krishna was unconscious. Then there is a great description in Bhagavatam. My personal realization with Bhagavatam is when we read Bhagavatam for first time, we read Bhagavatam to finish it. Bhagavatam goes and then we don't even realize what we read. Only 5 years went. But we just remember a few lines, a few instances from Bhagavatam. I remember the first time I was reading 10th canto Bhagavatam, I was feeling, oh, when will it finish? How many verses in this Kaliya chapter? Oh, 57 long chapter. I should try to finish this Kaliya Krishna killing Kali by tomorrow. And Bhagavatam was read for the sake of reading. But actually Krishna Katha is not for the sake of reading. That's why it is said Bhagavatam should be studied. There are a lot of emotions. But this is just verse by verse by verse by verse by verse of Bhagavatam. There is a lot of details. Bhagavatam is meant to transport us. Then the younger gopis, when they also ran with Nanda Baba and Mother Yashoda, the younger gopis, they they started remembering when they saw Krishna, they started remembering the sweet glances of Krishna. They started remembering the talks of Krishna. They started remembering the smiling face of Krishna when Krishna used to go for cowherds. They felt great emptiness in the heart, as if the whole universe to them feel like vacant. And they were greatly distressed by seeing Krishna in that situation. Mother Yashoda was profusely crying, and all the other elderly gopis, they started consoling Mother Yashoda. They told Mother Yashoda, Yashoda, don't worry, don't you remember how Krishna killed Putana? They started glorifying, they started recounting the pastimes of Krishna till now. Even when the great wind demon came, how Krishna killed him. Even Krishna broke the two Yamunarjuna trees, and how the calf came, and remember Akasura, and remember Baka, and how greatly demoniac they were, but Krishna killed them. So have faith. And they all of them are also crying, but because they saw the profuse crying of Mother Yashoda, they tried to console Mother Yashoda by recounting the pastimes of Krishna. Nanda Baba, in great anxiety, wanted to go and help Krishna escape from the coils. Nanda Baba has some hope that Krishna may still be alive. If I can somehow distract Kaliya, and if he leaves Krishna from his grave, then we can bring Krishna here. So with that hope, Nanda Baba was about to go and Balramji was smiling. Like, Balramji is thinking, this Krishna is very, why is he doing all this? Nautanki. Why is he acting in this way? Balramji is the only one who knows. So Balramji is like with his force. This is Bala. He's Bala. He can do anything. So with his force, he is stopping Nanda Baba. No, Nanda Baba. Nothing will happen to Krishna, I assure you. But Nanda Baba is too attached to Krishna. But Balramji by force he stops. And in this way, there are various emotion describes of the cowherd boys, of the calves, cows are there, the younger gopis. One verse describes the emotion of younger gopis, emotion of Mother Yashoda, older gopis, emotions of Nanda Baba, the elderly cowherd boys, emotions of calves, emotions of cows, emotions of his friends, Balaram. After describing all this, then when Krishna wanted to relieve them from their distress, then Krishna he expanded himself. When he expanded himself, Kaliya became like angry. Kaliya was trying to tightly hold Krishna, but then Kaliya hood expanded by force. And then Krishna came to normal size, and there was some gap, and then Krishna skipped from there. And after he skipped from there, then he started running in circles and splashing very hard and smiling. And when everybody saw that, there's a lot of anxiety because this is Krishna who is 5.5 years old. And then there is this huge, it is described, Kaliya had 101 prominent hoods. Sata Eka Shirshana, Bhagavatam says. Sata Ek, 101 prominent hoods. And Sahasra, total 1,101 prominent hoods. And Krishna is like going in circle, like Sagram emulating Kaliya. And Kaliya is like going to the next and trying to sting Krishna. Krishna escapes, going to the next, going to the next. So Kaliya is trying very hard to chase Krishna and sting him. And Krishna is circling so fast. And Kaliya, after some time this happens, Kaliya becomes very frustrated. Kaliya becomes very tired. Kaliya is like, he cannot catch Krishna. Krishna is circling. And then when Kaliya was exhausted, and he's still trying because he was tired. So then Krishna stood on one of the hood of Kaliya because He's swimming, he's circling, and Kalia is bringing his hood to sting, and Krishna just takes a small break and jumps onto the hood of Kalia. And then he starts dancing. And when he starts dancing, then all the demigods become very pleased. All these girls, they come and they start dancing in the heavenly planets. Battle drums are, because Prabhupada says, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says in the purport that Bhagavatam mentions, that dancing is a lot more joy when it is accompanied by instruments like drums and bagats and horns and various other instruments. So everything was sounding in the heavenly. There were songs, there were flowers, and Krishna is dancing in his beads, on the beads played by the demigods. And I don't know, there is no description at this point of time what the cowbirds were thinking. And Krishna dancing on the foot. But Bhagavatam describes when Krishna was dancing, Kali is a snake. So his hood is like this, they are normal. But when there is danger, they go like this. Their fangs grow up. So when Kaliya fangs was grown up, when Krishna was dancing with the weight of the universe. Bhagavatam says, as heavy as universe. And then when he would put one step, it broke those muscles of the fang. And because it broke those muscles and it was shaken up, blood was coming out. It is described, Kaliya description, his nostril were cooking pots for poison. His anger, his fire was coming from his eyes. So there is a lot of description. And now from his mouth and from his nostrils, blood was coming. And his fang was broken. And Kaliya felt great distress. So Kaliya was, another hood of Kaliya wanted to attack Krishna. Then when this fang was broken, Krishna would jump onto another fang of Kaliya and start dancing there. And then as long as there was a single hood remaining who wanted to attack Krishna, Krishna would jump on those hoods and start dancing with the weight of the universe. And the point came when Kaliya was vomiting blood from all of his hoods, from the nostril, from the mouth. All the fangs were broken. Kaliya became greatly distressed. And in that humble state, Kaliya realized within his heart, he is the cause of all causes. He is the absolute truth. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. I am very grateful that I have received the mercy of my Lord today. And when the Nagapatnis, when they saw Kali in that situation, they came forward. And their pure devotion, they did not come in an angry mood. Krishna, kya halat kar di hamare husband ki? They didn't say that. They said, we are so greatly fortunate that our husband is being blessed by your lotus feet. Everything you do is all auspicious. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you. There are such prayers by Nagapatni. There are like 15-20 verses of prayers. वो सुन के यकीन नहीं होता कि यार क्या knowledge है इन लोगों का. This is like with, 2 children of bhakti are knowledge and vairagya. So they had complete vairagya from their husband. Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur comments, Prabhupada disciples, they write, the Nagapatnis were frustrated with their husband. Nagapatni says, he was born so enviously. Even the Lakshmi Devi is performing the austerities. Brahma and Shiva are performing the austerities to get the dust of a lotus feet on their head. The sages who can attain the dust on their head, they attain perfection of life. How is it that Kali is so fortunate enough that he received a dust on his head? Garga Samhita, same question asked. there is a conversation between the king of Mandhata, who gave his daughter to Saubari Muni. He is asking Saubari Muni. Saubari Muni was a great sage. There is a conversation, same question asked. What was Kaliya's past life that he received the dust from Krishna's lotus feet? Garga Muni has a lot more details. Garga Muni describes he was a great sage. He was doing austerity in an ashram. That time another sage came. Another sage also started doing austerity in the ashram. Then this first sage became angry. He told the other sage who recently came, he said, find your own place to do austerity. Why are you doing in my ashram? So the other sage said, this place belongs to Lord Vishnu. And nothing belongs to you. And then he says that because you are stinging like a snake with an anger, I curse you become a snake. But he was a great devotee of the Lord. Then the sage told this sage that for such a small thing, you curse me to become a snake, I curse you to become a crow. And then Lord Vishnu appears. Lord Vishnu said, you both are the greatest of my devotees. But I cannot let the words of great sages like yourself to go false. And the first sage, he told him that you become like a snake and you will be afraid of Garuda. So then the Lord comes and Lord says, I cannot make the words of the great sages go false. So you both have to take the form of a snake and form of a crow, but you both will be greatly glorified. And he told who was supposed to become the snake, Lord Vishnu told, in my original form as Krishna, I will place my footsteps on your head. And from that point onwards, there will be no fear of Garuda. This bird became Bashunda, who glorified Lord Ram in Ramayana. Spoke Lord Ram's pastimes. So they both were greatly glorified. Then after the Nagapatnis, they stop their prayers. Then Kaliya speaks. And Kaliya says, my Lord, we are born in mode of ignorance. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I have realized you as the absolute truth. I am very grateful that you have taken away my pride and my envy. We are born and conditioned. We are born in a conditioned state. We are covered by an illusory energy. How do we have the power to free ourselves from the modes we are born in, unless you bless us with that mercy? So when Kaliya offers beautiful prayers to Krishna, then at the end of the chapter, Krishna says Kaliya that